Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hi. Hello. How's it going? Welcome everybody to a beautiful day of StarCraft 2 Alpha X Younglings, a tournament for all the young people. It's a tournament for 15 years and younger. So we're going to be seeing the next generation of StarCraft 2. One problem. We have one of the players that is a little bit late here, so we might have a 5-minute delay, which means you're stuck with me for quite a little bit of time, and yeah, I hope that's alright with you guys. I think it might be. Who knows if it is or not. Maybe just for some of you. Anyway, looks like we're doing alright. Not too many people here. Let me see if we're still linked up on the Team Liquid page, actually. Sometimes that does get disconnected. No, we're still there. Still there, up and running. Alright, so that looks okay. That looks okay too. I have the feeling like I'm forgetting something here. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. You know what? If we do have some downtime, I might as well make my boss very happy. With my boss, I mean, of course, my very good friend, Sushi. Which is the team captain for Team Alpha X. Alpha X crew. The Alpha X Boogaloo. Let me try to get this actually up. Ooh, that's the sound. Can I download this from here? Will it, oh, I already downloaded it. Alright, that's nice. That is nice indeed. Alright, show this in the folder. Didn't really prep this properly, but you know what? I hope you guys don't go deaf because of this. Alright, here we go. Movie. Oh, there it is. I apologize. I apologize. Alright, here it is though. Shh, shh, shh. Stop talking. Oh, innovation. Oh, it's Sue. 7 days. Oh my god. Ah, T-Line. Straight 2. Oh my god. The future special. There you go. Alright, they gotta stop. They gotta stop. How's this possible? December 16th to 22nd, and some other dates too. Anyway, beautiful stuff. Let me lower this. Oh my god, is this gonna go on repeat now? Alright, we'll make it happen like this. So yeah, apologies to everyone who just got deafened. I hope it wasn't too bad. Probably was. I'm gonna keep up with Twitch chat there for a moment. Oh, Axis subscribing. I've subscribed for 9 months. That's a lovely thing you just did there, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got an emote thanks to AX subscription. Thank you very much, man. As well. Oh, there you go. There you go. What is this? The haha points. Oh, interesting. Huh. Alright, well, I hope nobody got deafened by this one. It's going on right now. I'm not seeing any angry messages so far. I think I was pretty quick with the lowering of the volume, right? I hope. Don't blame me. Anyway, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? You want to see it again? I mean, alright, can we pause it actually in some way or fashion? Or we pause it right at the moment where the thingamajig happens. You know what, let's just play it right here, but then let's try to mute it completely. There we go. Infinite, alright, so December. It's in December, that's a good one. The 16th through the 22nd, alright, that's a good time. That's a good time for me. Works out. Innovation. All right. I like innovation. I like suit too. 7 days. Yes, we know. Zest. All right. It's GSL style tournament. We cannot pause this. No, we cannot actually. I'm trying to. It's not really letting me. But yeah, looks pretty badass to me. Looks pretty badass to me. Alright. We're still waiting a little bit here. I think actually he's here. I mean, that is the sound of an invite going off right there. And that's another sound of an invite going off right there. We might be starting with the other team right now. The other two players. I do hope everybody is on their main accounts. Because I'm gonna have a rough time to really understand that people are on old accounts. I have no idea who these people really are, to be honest. I should have probably done a little bit more research, but I wasn't asked for this not that long ago. And you know what? I like to entertain the thought that I do have some sort of social life behind StarCraft 2. I don't really, but alright, let me see. Let me see. Miguel, what did you tell me about this? Can I find something here? I'm pretty sure we had a Team Liquid page as well. Alright, I think this is not actually, that's for the Xmas Showdown. They're doing map vetoes right now. I'm completely prepared for this one, guys. Kozen, what's up, Mano? You actually joined. How was the gym? You already dead? You already dead on the outside and the inside? Any of them in between? I don't know. Let me know. I should do more gym myself, actually. You know, if you have the opportunity, go to 24-hour fitness, actually, Mano. I hear they're really good. They're really good at, you know, providing fitness equipment and stuff like that. Anyway. So, first map will be Triton. That is something that I figured out. We have figured out. Second map will be Eternal Empire. Alright, okay. We're making things happen. Last map will be Ephemeron. Miguel will host the map for us to make things happen here. Let me see, actually. Is the StarCraft 2 sounds, are they too loud? I don't think so, right? It seems okay. Yeah, it seems perfectly fine. Alright. Everything in a good balance. Snoopy's here as well. Thank you so much for joining us, dude. Snoopy, a mod, yet not subscribed, though. Very unfortunate. You know, I'm not calling you out, but I guess I am. I guess I am, Snoopy. What's that about, man? Captain Canuck just subscribed. You see, everyone's doing it. Everyone, Snoopy. Of course, that did happen 1 minute ago, but... Oh, snap. Actually, just realized. I still gotta pay a bill here. Very important one. I need to get on that pretty soon, actually. Let me try to get that sorted out in the, like we're in the loading screens. I'm just gonna do my financing as we're waiting. I could have done that as we were waiting, actually, to be fair. It's the you know what? If I don't do it, I'm very liable that the power will just turn off at some point midstream. So. Let me see, actually. Let me verify the actual claim beforehand, though, of course. Alright, yeah, looks okay, looks okay. I mean, yeah, alright, I guess so. Okay. Let's do some financing midstream for the young ones. They gotta learn some point, right? Life's all about financing and paying the bills. It's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's a professional streaming going on here. Anyway, we're starting the game. Of course, I'll stop doing my financing as the game is going on. At least if it's interesting, right? Otherwise, I'll just continue doing my... CS is here as well. Thanks, buddy, for joining. Let me see here. Alright, I've ran into a problem doing my financing. Alright, it doesn't matter. We're going in. Game number 1! Game number 1 and is, well, starting off in the top left side, we have the yellow Protoss. He is, well, he's yellow and he's a Protoss. He's Exo Striker. Is it his real name? Probably not. Not a real life name. Probably just more so a, you know what? A name for the internet. In the bottom right, we have the red Terran player. He is, well, in the bottom right, he's Fireplay. Oh, look at that. Remember this guy? He was a good guy. Bjorn. Can't believe this young one actually knows about Bjorn. He's not allowed to, really, if you think about it. It's been too long ago. You should know about him. Let's be honest here. So there's 4 people joining here, us. And these are 2 of them. And we have the other 2, which is Sly... I had it in chat just now, and Cuckoo. I know he's Russian. But yeah, it's a bit rough for me to actually know out of the top of my head. As I said, I kind of came here as in a rush. I also had to still do my financing. Because all the time I had was spent making food and trying to get here in time. Anyway, looks like both of these players are gonna go for an expansion build, which means we're gonna go in for the long haul here, at least for the first game. 2 gases being taken here by Exo Striker as well, after of course the initial thingamajig. Alright, Fireplay though, a little bit reluctant on the gas, as we can see, clearly. Deciding that he can spend his money elsewhere in a better fashion. And I have to say I agree with him. Actually, I don't anymore. There he goes. Second gas on the way. Still agreed with him. Excellent choice, getting that gas. Perfect decision make. Alright. Reaper does show up. Did the Reaper actually see? Oh, yeah, he did. So that Stargate tag completely in the know now. Ukrainian. Ah, I'm sorry, Sly Crab. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, man. It's all my fault. It's all my fault and me and my bad thingamajigs. My bad preparation. Anyway, Starport on the way here for Fireplay. Fireplay is gonna prep, of course, for that Stargate. Most likely will start a couple of Cyclones, maybe a Viking too. Will be completely prepared for Exo Striker, his offensive. Now, it would be nice for Exo Striker, of course, not to go too heavily into that Stargate attack after it got scouted out. I'm not even sure completely if he realizes that the distance from the Reaper did see the Stargate in that position. It would be nice if he did, of course, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky to say, to judge from this position on what goes on in his mind. It looks like he's still adding on another Phoenix here. But you know what, those 2 adepts are actually quite miracle works here. There's no safety bunker having been placed down for Fireplay, so he's losing quite a couple of those Marines. The Marines definitely would be helpful against the Stargate play. But the Cyclone, of course, also a very strong mechanism to start dealing with these units. Needs to watch out, wants to have the lock-on available if he wants to 1v1 that Cyclone. 2 more gateways being thrown down into the mix here. Yeah, walling off position as well. Kind of interesting. Maybe he saw something that I really didn't see. He saw the Cyclone, I suppose. Maybe he's kind of scared of something running in like Hellions. He wants to make it a little bit easier for him to potentially just force field this area off, so he can block that from happening. You know what? Just because of how open this is, this looks like a perfect area for a force field to be dropped into. And then, you know what? Even a couple of bio units won't be able to really rush in as quickly as they normally would. So, yeah, pretty solid decision, actually. It looks like. I like it. That's the Kosen stamp of approval that nobody really seeks, but, you know, I still give out-handedly every single match I look at. At any time. Both of these players also starting up their upgrades. Now, Fireplay, of course, as the Terran player, will have to get something done off of his 2 base. Once they get some sort of damage upon the Protoss player right here, not really having been able to do anything so far, of course. But you know what, he did lose quite a couple of those Marines. It is gonna put a little bit of a bump on the road for him, trying to do some sort of a push across the map here. But overall, he's still kind of safe against the Phoenixes. As long as he moves his SCVs away. Has to be careful, alright, yeah. Was a little bit too ambitious trying to kill off the Cyclone there with the Phoenixes, but you know what, Exo Striker did stop making more Stargate units as the Robotics Bay on the way as well. So he's going to be able to transition into something else here. Ooh, Viking coming in as well from the bottom. Exo Striker. Needs to be careful, doesn't want to overextend with those forces. Losing them would be quite instrumental for Fireplay to start making a comeback here, of course. Because as soon as those forces are gone, he will have the floor basically to start marching across the map here. Also, if those Phoenixes are dead, it's going to be a lot, well, he's going to have a lot more peace of mind trying to get his forces into the medevacs and then moving across there. Nice Widow Mines actually, both connecting onto the flying units here. I do believe at least the Oracle did go down, the Oracle and one singular Phoenix here. The status trap on the Cyclone there, luckily he alone set it off. Not the half of the infantry did get bothered and bugged down there. The Cyclone might be in a little bit of trouble, but no, the Phoenixes decide to ignore him for now. Viking decided to come and help out in that situation. An observer did scout this out. Did Exo Striker see this on the minimap? Yes, he did. So he's moving into intercept here. The medevac actually waiting around a little bit. Baiting Exo Striker perhaps. Trying to freak him out here by showing his infantry as well. The income, the Widow Mines. Quick pull away though from Exo Striker. Completely in the know-how. Sending in, it was a singular probe here. Oh my god, this could be massive. The second Widow Mine! Oh, 16 probes going down in one shot. Absolute madness. Alright, alright. Oh my god. I wanted him to do damage, but that was just brutal. Oh my dear lord. Alright, well, I mean, that's gotta sting. That's gotta sting real bad. He didn't see the second Widow Mine being dropped as well behind a little patch of minerals here. Nicely positioned by Fireplay. Was it on purpose? Was it on just an accidental happy accident? It could have been both. Who knows? All we know was that Exo Striker didn't see that second Widow Mine, and all the probes moved in on that location. He did see it later on, but unfortunately not in time with adjusting the course of that probe line. 16 going down in total. Absolutely beautiful connection there. And now Fireplay in a pretty good position, even though his third base is still kind of late with going over to the third base location. He has a pretty reasonable sized force, so he might be able to actually get some work done here if he does decide to go in and for an A attack. Alright. Okay. Now what else is gonna happen? There is quite a bit of Protoss units as well here. Let's take a look. Storm is on the way. That's a good upgrade. A solid upgrade. I don't see any type of Ghost Academy yet on the map, so the answer for the Storm still quite a far way in the pipeline here. It's quite a heavy marine force, so you know what, Storm absolutely gonna do a number on Fireplay. Actually, he doesn't really have a good answer for the Colossus either, really, does he? Let's take a look. How many Vikings does he have? One Viking, one siege tank. Yeah, that's not that much. Mostly just getting bio forces here and getting a couple of Widow Mines too. I mean, they're good units, don't get me wrong, but it's maybe not the unit that you want against a very high-tech Protoss army here. Definitely has the upper hand still for Exo Striker, even with such a magnificent Widow Mine hit. taking quite a bit of damage. Still kind of dangerous here for Fireplay. He did get scattered out by the Observer once again. I don't think he's really aware of this this being here. And Exo Striker apparently is a little bit wary of this 4th base that he put down. Kind of scared that a second big force might be coming in for that one. And you know what, that's a smart choice for him, trying to do that. Ooh, quick reaction from Fireplay, moving in with 2 Medivacs loaded up. Trying to intercept this War Prism in the main base. Well spotted by him. Of course, doesn't really get the kill, but pretty much stops any damage from taking place. Wants to siege up his siege tanks quite quickly here. There we go. Alright, this position should be absolutely safe now. 3 more Zealots moving in from the right side. I might get a couple of SCV kills. 3 going down so far. Ooh, 5 actually. Siege tank shot maybe hitting himself as well here a little bit. Did that Widowmine just kill off the War Prism? Wait, let me see. Is it this? There it is. Alright, yeah, dead with War Prism. Wisp Prism. What the hell is a Whippy Prism? Anyway. Still no Ghost Academy, actually, from Fireplay, which, you know what, it's starting to get a little bit questionable here. He is adding another base, but he's max supply, he has quite a bit of money. Alright, there is the Ghost Academy, actually. He is good on his reactions, though. Repairing this missile turret, needs to keep repairing it, oh my god. That is unfortunate. He repaired it up to full HP again. And that's when, of course, the SCVs are like, alright, our job here is done. I'm not gonna do anything anymore until you tell me to repair again. I guess you want this missile turret to die now, sir. Alright. That's what the SCVs always say. Anyway, more Dark Templars coming in from every which side. As Fireplay is trying his best to kind of deal with this situation. 2 more DTs now coming in for this natural base right on top of those SCVs. Quite a couple of them actually, not really moving there, but very nicely done. Alright, and Fireplay feeling the pressure, just like he has to get something done here. Big storms and big disruptor hits so far. Most of the siege tanks actually still get quite a couple of hits off, but yeah, Fireplay losing a big portion of his Vile Force as well due to the massive amount of storm and a nice good couple of Colossi shots there as well. Second War Prism is again coming in, doing more damage. And even with that beautiful Widowmine hits, Exo Striker managing to get twice as many workers pretty much killed off here. Let's take a look at Fireplay. Manages to get some sort of a comeback rolling in. Nice, just calling it. GG is called the Whip Prism. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. Alright, very well done there by our Protoss player there. Exo Striker. My memory's like a bucket right now. I'm just thinking about my financing. It's like, I'm still busy with this. Ah, alright. I see what I gotta do. Fireplace saying sorry. Oh my god, he's too nice. He's being too nice. Wait, why is he saying sorry? Is it because he said G instead of GG? It could be. It could be. Potentially. Anyway, game number 2 is on the way. The Richard Nixon game. For all the young ones out there who know who that is. Ah, these kids play StarCraft 2. They know everything. They probably know more than I do. Just smart kids all around. You know? Probably Grandmaster chess as well. Already finished university. Probably. Probably quite a couple of years ago, actually, if you ask me. You know what? It just shows. StarCraft 2, very, very good for your kids. Anyway, one game ahead right here for our Protoss player. In the game we go. On the top right, we have the yellow Protoss. He is Exo Striker. Beautiful game just now. Even managing to quite comfortably squeeze out that victory, even though he did lose quite a couple of his workers with the Widowmine. In the bottom left side, we have the red Terran player. He is a Fireplay. Now, I did feel like Fireplay was a little bit reluctant on trying to get some sort of a late attack going on. Denied. Professional cast, you gotta give me all your money. Financial problem solved. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, man. There's a minute delay on this stream, by the way. I don't know if you already noticed, but that's why I'm being really late with everything I'm calling. I'm doing the select all buildings thing as every caster does every time, of course, so you can see them all over here. These are all the buildings, all the pretty pictures that Blizzard made for us. We can even put a probe in there, maybe an SCV too, as you can see. Beautiful pictures, they're all green and fancy. Oh, and I messed it up anyway. It's wait, financial troubles. Financial troubles. Can't wait to fix all my financial troubles. Anyway, Reaper gonna be created here. Second gas being taken by Exo Striker, as we've seen him do many times before. Actually, he takes his second gas before the cybernetics core, and then he decides, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I need my cybernetics core so I can actually do something with the gas that I'm taking here. Which, in my opinion, is a wise strategy. A good one. I'm not calling him out for, you know what? He would, of course, beat me left, right, and center, no matter how many gas he takes at what time. But, you know what? I gotta talk about something here. Anyway, one probe dies. It's first blood. First blood in the field. Sorry, of course, you have to say it like, first blood. Being dealt out there by the Reaper onto the unsuspecting probe, losing all his insides into the battlefield. Quite a couple of probes there. All juicy, right before the taking. That cybernetics core was a little bit delayed because of the gas shenanigans. So that wasn't ready yet, but still out in time though to help out against this Reaper. Especially because he went the Nexus first, of course, as well. But yeah, still seems pretty nicely timed out here. Exo Striker in a perfectly fine shape to defend against this Reaper. Now it looks like Fireplay is going to go for the Widowmine drop once again. I mean, it's a very solid strategy, of course. Let's take a look. He didn't build a bunker once again. Definitely would like to see him build that safety bunker. It's not that much money. I know it's a little bit of money, right? It delays the other stuff a slightly little bit, but overall, I mean, it's still pretty good. Because stuff like this doesn't really happen when an Adept comes in and gets a kill on a SCV. And maybe gets a couple of kills on the Marines as well. Luckily for him, it was only one Adept now this time around, of course. Exo Striker does go for the Stalker instead. Robotics Bay once again being constructed here. And we're gonna have to wait and see what our Terran is gonna do this time around with that Widowmine drop. Is he gonna get one of those miraculous hits again? I mean, it must feel a little bit demotivating, right, for a Terran player when he gets a hit like that with his Widowmine and then he still doesn't really manage to make the game, well, maybe from his perspective feel even close, right? Of course, from our perspective, we kind of saw where the faults lied, right? He just was a little bit behind on tech and stuff like that. He had a pretty good army composition, but maybe here and there he had the opportunity to come from two angles instead of just one, making it more difficult for Exo Striker. Shenanigans like that. Would I be able to do it? No, of course not. Of course not. I would not be able to. But, you know what? I've seen my fair share of Terran plays to realize that that is where I need to aspire to. And I give the same advice to Fireplay here. Even though he cannot really hear me. So I give the advice to you guys. In a way. Although you might actually see this. Oh, Widowmine drops incoming. And two probes going down. Nicely picking this up again. Oh my god, it almost happened again. How in the world of 13 probes? Oh my dear lord. I mean, well then. Alright. Oh, Exo Striker coming back with a vengeance though. The Disruptor drop coming in. You don't really expect this to happen as a Terran, so sometimes you do catch the Terran off guard because they're not really watching the minimap for this type of stuff, right? Because it just doesn't happen that much against Terrans, right? Terrans are more so the race that does this type of stuff, so Very good response there from Fireplay. Oh, that was a big one though. Exo Striker kind of toying with his food here, using that nice, lovely Disruptor play. 2 more probes do go down with another hit from the Widow Mines. So Fireplay still trying to strike back with a vengeance, and Exo Striker's third base actually not that quick this time around. So it's going to be maybe a little bit rougher for him to run away with the probe count here. Oh my dear lord, more SCVs dying here. Disruptor coming in, just landing in the middle of the base there. I mean, he does have the Observer here as well. Another one of those things that Terran players need to get a little bit more adept at, maybe, at this part. Seeing those Observers and scouting them out, not allowing the Protoss to just kind of take advantage of that situation. Oh, nice dodge there. Not letting anything die with the Disruptor shot. Fireplay coming in though with a reasonably sized Bioforce. Reasonably, and a couple of Widow Mines as well. Might actually, what was that? That was the Warp Prism. All right, the Warp Prism getting destroyed with the Disruptor in sight. That's a good one. In comes Fireplay. Trying his best to get a cancel in this base, or, well, I guess it's going to be a kill in this base if this keeps going. The probes actually setting off the mines here. Not completely necessary, perhaps, but he does have 2 observers. Where's the second observer? Ah, they're both just scouting around, so one of them is over here, trying to scout over there, but, yeah, otherwise he would have been able to pick that off without taking any casualties, but, I mean, still 3 probes. It's not that great of a trade, of course, for the Terran, for the Widow Mines, but, it's still alright. Still better than nothing. Fortunately, of course, Fireplay did get made to leave that area, so not really going to be able to put the pressure on that third base or get any denial going, but overall, his third base not that far behind this time around. We got 8 SCV skills versus the 19 probe kills. Beautiful little battle of micro wars going on here. Hallucinated Phoenix flying across the map wants to figure out what in the world is going on in that Terran base. Let's see what he sees. Oh, it's a missile turret and he's dead. It's a bit unfortunate for him. Luckily he didn't exist in the first place. Alright. More pylons being thrown down too. Gas guys is here as well. Let's see, Exo Striker. He has a good force, but of course this Bioforce, if you're just slightly out of position, it can do quite a bit of damage onto your mineral line here. Ooh, Nelly. Alright, there's no blink available. This would be even more dangerous to do as the Terran if there was blink, of course. Definitely would have lost the medevac there, I feel like, if there was a blink available. But yeah, stuff like this, maybe being able to get a second medevac group of units to drop on this location right here would have been very useful in these types of situations, right? Because as we can see, Exo Striker, he's not doing the appropriate thing either, right? Half of this force would have been able to deal with that force, but he's just moving most of them around to wherever, well, just a slight group of the Terran army is. So being able to pressure 2 sides at the same time definitely feels like something that could be very strong against Exo Striker here, as he is just kind of keeping his units all in a death ball. And the downside for the Terran player, of course, is that if he does try to engage that army, he will most definitely lose quite a big portion of his army very, very quickly, which is quite dangerous, of course. Mano being a little bit, how do you call this, biased in who he wants to win. 4th Nexus on the way for Exo Striker. He stopped doing the Warp Prism harassments, which is, you know, it's a little bit disappointing, right? He still has Disruptors, but he's keeping them with his force right now. Would have loved to see him use those Disruptors with the Warp Prisms continuously. Oh, actually, the Observer did get picked off there by Fireplay. Absolutely great job there. Ultimately, managing to do that. Okay, he's posturing here on the map, trying to find an angle which he might be able to get some magic to happen. Needs to be careful though, that's a scary Protoss force. Those sentries can wall you off quite easily, and then with the Disruptors there as well. It's going to take a lot of micro here from the Terran player to really make that work. Dark Templars, though. It's a Warp Prism here as well. He might be warping in a couple. Looks like he tried to warp them in defensively and decided, you know what? I don't need those here. I'm just going to send them offensively now. That's what it looks like to me. He's even getting Dark Templar Blink here. What a mad lad. Crazy little young lad. Going in here, 3 Dark Templar might be able to get right on top of that missile turret if he really wants to. Oh, just go straight for the jugular. Going in for those SCVs. Nothing really close by either. 3 more Dark Templar over here as well, as the Protoss army is rolling in from the side at the same time. Look at that, beautifully done by Exo Striker, coming in from all angles and quite handedly taking out via play here. Really didn't manage to get in a good position there at all whatsoever. A little bit unfortunate. But he's not out of it yet. Of course, he will be in the loser match, waiting for whoever loses the other match as well. Alright, just trying to calm down our play here. Oh, it's a little bit sad losing that one, of course. I don't know how many tournaments these guys played, right? This might be one of their first tournaments. And I'm going to try to make it as epic for them as possible. Oh well. Oh well. So yeah, alright. Looks like it's time for us to have a little bit of a moment here where we watch the, we watch this. Oh, why is it not going? Why is it just ending? Oh, there, oh my god, that was quick all of a sudden.
In a world where there's just pro players at your Christmas dinner, and all the days in front of that, TY, Sue and Zest Estrella's there too, just for the fun of it. They're all coming to get ya, and they're sponsored by Afrika TV. And they turn into a Christmas tree when it's midnight. Alright, everyone.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that one. Alright. Next match series will be the other one. Somebody declined the ready process. I think it was me, maybe as well. It could have been. I hope it wasn't. It looks like somebody else was as well. A little bit AFK there. Anyway, what's up? Lagged? One is more than most of us, yeah? Yeah. Go check out the Matcherino page as well, guys. It would be absolutely lovely. Excuse me for that one. A little bit of a hiccup there. Alright, yeah, we're getting ready for the second round of the best of 3 series, and we will see which one of these guys will be able to move into the winner's match to fight against Exo Striker, of course. Fireplay. Not out of this one yet. It's going to be a rough one, I feel like. I hope for him that he's not going to have to fight against Exo Striker again. It definitely appeared to me like Exo Striker just a little slightly ahead of the curve there. A little bit unfortunate, but yeah, that was some great harassment in the end there as well. Just coming in on 3 angles at the same time, right? The War Prism in the main base, Dark Templar in the natural, and then just rotating his army. As a lot of stuff had to deal with it. Around just to kill off a base. Like, he would have definitely killed off a base, and either that or he would have killed off the entirety of the mineral line there in the natural or the main base. So yeah, Definitely a nice move there. Good maneuvering. As we're waiting for the next game to start, they are both doing a little bit of vetoing here. Sly Crab and Cuckoo. We're starting off on Eternal Empire, which will be our map choice from these players, apparently. Well, at least one of them. Back at it again. We just came from here, but you know what? We're back at it again. Everybody loves Eternal Empire. That's why it's eternal, and it's an empire. You can't build an empire on your own. That's the thing, isn't it? You need more people. I hope that makes sense. Anyway. Well played by those two players. I hope they had a good time and they enjoyed themselves thoroughly. Jeez Louise, I'm starting to slur my words here. Did wake up early today and I'm just still jumbling around with my head trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix these. I'm just saying, I got the money to pay it. I just need to know how I'm gonna pay it. Because the link that they send me it's not working anymore. I hope the power stays on, that's what I'm saying. Anyway. Alright. So, okay, I mean, we have all the maps in order. First one will be Eternal Empire. Afterwards, we will go to Ephemeron. And then as last one, if we do get there in game number 3, we will have Triton. Cuckoo versus Sly Crab. Sly Crab, our Ukrainian Protoss player. Cuckoo, our Terran player from somewhere else, maybe, or also Ukrainian. Somebody please tell me. I'm gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask Miguel or Cuckoo or anyone that knows. Alright. Sipping a little bit of orange juice. Romania, there we go. I knew he wasn't Ukrainian. I called it. And I started doubting myself, but oh well. Anyway. There's a battlecruiser on the background. I don't know if you find it annoying. I sometimes do, but this time around, I'm just wondering what happened to Minsk, really. I liked Minsk. That was a nice one. Let me go back, actually. Let me see. You can change that, right? There's an option. Graphics? Is it in graphics? Planets. Oh, Minsk. There he is. Alright. It's nice. It's like Blizzard apologizing for Statman. It really is. And all the other bad ones that they've had. I mean, this is a good one. This is why I actually bought this hero. Either way. They needed a bit of time here. Looks like, alright, you know what? They don't need any more time here. They're gonna get things rolling. Sly Crab versus Cuckoo. Let's see. Let's see who takes this one. Two more 15-year-old or belows trying to duke it out. The new generation of StarCraft 2. And as we know, as soon as they reach 17, guys, these guys will be unstoppable. Whoever it is who keeps going, who keeps practicing. Age of 17 is kind of like the most peak efficiency. As we're seeing Rainer, we're seeing Clem, we're seeing a lot of 17-year-olds just being absolute beasts of this game. So you know what, these guys are in the pipeline as well, trying to get there too. Having been inspired maybe by some of these other younger players that actually are their veterans now, aren't they? They are the seniors already. These young players that we look up to, just being incredibly good players. These guys are already the juniors to those players. It's absolutely mind-boggling. There's already a new generation in the woodworks. But anyway, I should do some introductions. In the top right, we have the Romanian pink Terran player. He is Cuckoo. Suku. I hope it's Cuckoo. That's just a cool name, Cuckoo. Anyway, in the bottom left side, we have the red Protoss player. He is Sly Crab, the Ukrainian. Of course, I didn't mean that if he isn't called Cuckoo, it's a bad name, but I'm just saying that me personally, I have a preference to cuckoo birds, so I guess that's just where we're going to end that one. Anyway, man, I'm on a roll today, everyone. I'm on fire today, ain't I? So much insight, so much babbling, rambling on. We have a lot of StarCraft 2 coming up, actually, recently. Made a lot of people scare off, actually, just now as well. Maybe they were all fans of EXO, all fire, I don't know. Either way. Quick expansion coming out of Sly Crab here. Cuckoo trying to figure out what is happening. Cybernetic score is being put down. Second gas afterwards. Very nice. Very nice. Cuckoo is going to put down the expansion here as well. And yeah, once again, we have a nice little bit of a expanding opportunity here for both players. Expanding build orders. Nightbot is going crazy today, isn't he? He really wants you guys to check out those links, I guess. Especially the Matcherino. The Matcherino is pretty good, guys. It's for free. It doesn't cost you anything. You add a little bit of money to the prize pool. I mean, come on. Come on. These kids, they deserve it, man. They deserve a little bit of extra dough for going into the field of pro playing StarCraft 2. They deserve a little bit of extra of our efforts. All it takes is clicking on the link, copying the code, and going over there. Maybe even just pressing a couple of buttons when you're on the website, but that's all. That's all you need to do. Factory. Going for the Hellions this time around, so... You know what? Not going for the more common to see Widowmine drops. You know what? I kind of like it. I think I prefer the Hellion drops to the Widowmine drops. The Widowmine drops always kind of feel like, as long as the probes get pulled at the right time, you're gonna be fine, right? The Hellion drops, though, they have this urgency that just keeps going. They can adjust, right? If the probes get pulled, they can start moving in a different direction. They can try to maneuver around. It's a lot easier to get them out as well, right? So you can get in later on as well. It just feels like a much more malleable kind of playstyle, or like something that you can take multiple ways. Also, like I guess the one thing about the Hellions over the Widowmines is that the Hellions don't do as well against the Stargate aggression, which is actually what we're seeing here. So we will have to have a couple of well, SCVs retreat here. He's not going to be able to lift up the supply depot either because of these. Actually, he can still move them out now. Maybe, no, actually, that's just those are just dead workers. I like splitting them up though, sending some to the right, some to the left. The Hellions are trying their best to get in here. And of course 3 Hellions do one-shot a probe, but unfortunately just misfiring there for a short brief moment. Maybe you could have gotten a couple more kills. Quite a couple of them are on yellow health there. So a little bit unfortunate, but still fairly nice. He actually went for the siege tank instead of a Cyclone here. Also going for a Banshee, even though he saw that it's Stargate. So very, very ballsy play here from Cuckoo. Maybe he's not expecting Sly Crab really to invest too much in the Stargate after him scouting the Stargate. But I mean, there's 3 Phoenixes on the field. It could still, you know what? It could still quite easily take out a Banshee. Robotics facilities out on the field too. So I mean, all we need to see is a observer going into the production, and the cloak. I feel like it's definitely going to get scouted by these Phoenixes, right? I don't see why you wouldn't go for a flyby on the base, trying to figure out what is happening. Lifting up 2 of the units here, maybe a bit of a mistake. Oh, almost losing that one Phoenix. Very low HP there. Sly Crab on thin ice. Sun Lily, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the games today. Of the tiny little younglings, the young ones. The junior scene of StarCraft 2. Banshee now finally arriving in the proto space there, having to skip over that 3rd base, of course. We're really gonna find a whole lot. Oh my god, those stalkers. Get away from the stalkers. They're evil. They're red. That means they're evil. Cloak about to finish up. Oh, that was such a clutch call for that Banshee. Now, the Observer is about to be constructed here. It's coming out. Banshee getting 5 kills so far. Might be able to get 6. Yeah, 6 is where it ends here. And there's the Observer now completely being the boss of the Protoss. The big man in town. Being able to slam down that Banshee play. But it looks like Cuckoo's just going to keep going for the mech play here, actually. Slamming down 2 factories and 2 armories. So, something you don't see every day. Going for the mech play against Protoss here. Interesting strategy. Haven't seen that one for a while. People have been trying it out for a long time, I feel like. But never really saw it be completely successful. Just because the Protoss, of course, have that one very strong unit against this composition. The Immortal. Immortals just completely tear mech apart here. Maybe with the quicker attack speed of the Thor, it might actually help out. But I'm not even sure if that's for ground attack too. I feel like that's just for air attack. I might be wrong, but I guess I'm gonna find out. I guess I just learned that I didn't read the patch notes thoroughly enough. Yeah, even putting down a engineering bay just solely for making some planetary fortresses, I assume. Maybe getting the armor upgrade as well. He's going to engineering base. What is he thinking? What is the idea behind this one? 2 engineering base after... Is he gonna go mech end bio? Would be weird, wouldn't it? Maybe just a little bit of the jitters. Anyway, might not matter anymore because there's a lot of stalkers coming in through here. Let's take a look at how many siege tanks there are. There's only 4 siege tanks right now available. And that is quite a scary Protoss army, I have to say. Blink is only halfway done though, so... that's definitely a big boon for Cuckoo here, who needs to get his act together. Doesn't want the Protoss army to move towards the right side. Needs to siege up another siege tank. 2 siege tanks actually unsiege the entirety of the bioforces. Oh my god, all the SCVs are being pulled. And the siege tanks are just being lifted up by these phoenixes here. And yeah, that looks like it might be it. Slide Crab coming in with a vengeance. Tearing the Terran apart. Cuckoo scans if there is a third base, sees there is, and realizes, you know what, I'm gonna just tab out and try my best luck in the next game here. Game number 2. A little bit unfortunate there for Cuckoo, who definitely deserves a little bit better there, potentially, for going with such a ballsy strategy. Just didn't really, I don't know actually what kind of... It's a rough army composition, right? If you let it grow out of control, if you get a lot of siege tanks, it's gonna absolutely obliterate everything, right? Before it even gets close. But, yeah, Sly Crab just realizing this, I guess, and going in with the right amount of units at the right time. Even the Phoenixes, right? Those lifts were absolutely detrimental. The 2 siege tanks not being sieged up. Again, another tiny thing that just didn't work out for Cuckoo here. Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate for him. Let's see if he can make it work this time around, though. Maybe going for a different strategy. Maybe going for the same thing. Just adjusting a tiny couple of things. So he might be able to make it work. But we'll have to wait and see. Everybody, game number 2 on the way. Ephemeron will be the map. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me just update the score and take you in the game.
In the bottom right side, we have a very young player. He is pink and he is Terran.
It's Cuckoo. It's Cuckoo. In the top left side, we have the red Protoss. 1 game ahead right now, the Ukrainians. Light Crab. Okay. See what they do this time around. refinery. A bold choice, going refinery first. That's going to tell me, indicating to me that he is planning something cheeky here. Maybe getting that quicker factory, maybe trying to get those Hellions up and rolling a little bit earlier as he did previous time around. Going for the scout as well. That definitely is unorthodox here slightly. Slight Crab only having 2 probes on the gas as well. And a singular gas, so it's going to have that Nexus a little bit quicker here. Available for him, there it is. Kablamo. Any things that you love to see these younger ones do. Shows the incredible depth that StarCraft 2 has, of course. Just putting 2 dudes on the gas instead of 3. Just a short period of time. Micromanaging the tiniest of things, as any great player does. And it's really cool to see these younger players do the same things. Having learned from their peers. Okay, so yeah, both of them going for the... I believe it is the same build, actually. So far. You can call me wrong if I am. Call me out on it. I would love to know, but... it does appear to be very similar so far. Seeing the reactor, the factory a little bit further away maybe potentially from that reactor. So I'm not sure if he's actually going to go for the Hellions anymore. That's the one thing here. Twilight Council as well. Being constructed, so... did we see the Twilight Council as first? No, actually we saw the Stargate, didn't we? There's a mix-up there already from Sly Crab, I suppose. Also making the stock, so most likely will be going for that blink play. A nice maneuver from that Reaper, forcing the Stargate into the direction of the Reaper. You know what, having to go over here to deal with the Reaper, killing off the probes, and then managing to just jump into the main base and getting a good scout. He of course didn't know that the tech building was over here, so it's quite detrimental that the Reaper gets kind of far into the base, so just in case that the tech is hidden over there. But you know what, Cuckoo did see that there is a Twilight Council. Again, I would love to see a safety bunker here. He only has 2 Marines, and there's 2 Stalkers on the way. 2 more Marines are coming out, but you know what, 4 Marines still is kind of difficult to deal with the 2 Stalkers here. Even having this low HP Marine here at front, oh my dear lord, yeah, that's very, very troublesome. A mule did get killed off here, I believe. Maybe it just died out of timing, but... Alright, there's the siege tank. This should keep his base safe now. Doesn't want to lose it though, of course. Nice microing backwards with the siege tank. Losing 2 Marines though. As the Stalkers just losing a little bit of HP and their shield. I say a little bit, well this guy might disagree, but overall the HP pool is still pretty green. For if you get all the HP pools together. But yeah. I mean, Blink is on the way, but there's not really anything here yet to provide vision on top of the high ground. There's no sentry to hallucinate a Phoenix or anything like that. There's no robotics bay finished up yet. It is about to finish up, but you know what? This amount of Stalkers still might be able to get quite a bit of damage done. Especially if the siege tank is unsieged. Oh, there's 2 siege tanks actually, so... feels like it should be fine. Cuckoo's not gonna let it happen though, it looks like. Oh my dear lord. Andrew Xeng, welcome buddy. Jumping right on top of the siege tanks. Here we go. That's the stuff of legends. Killing off both of them. Ballsy maneuver, but nicely micro there. Of course, there's no stim pack yet. There's a lot of people joining here. What happens? Why we suddenly jump to 42? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I need to focus, guys. I need to pay attention to this one. We got some lovely new StarCraft 2 players fighting for survival here. Cuckoo on his last life. Well, I guess not last life. He will go to the loser match, of course, if he does lose this one. But, you know what? You wouldn't want to go there. You wouldn't want to go there at all, of course, like any player would. Or wouldn't. Now, there's an observer here, making life even more difficult for Cuckoo. The Stalkers even more mobile now, taking out another siege tank and a liberator. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And alright, well there it is. Rumsley, I mean, I saw you arrive just now. Did I? Did I? There's a 60-minute delay, so I think I did. I think I did. It's just a minute late, so, you know. Sorry, buddy. Not much I can do about it. I guess I could have typed in the chat, but didn't really do it. Because I was controlling the camera. That's my job. You know what? I'm gonna call out all the mods in chat right now. Sun Lily, Snoopy. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You should have seen this. You should have welcomed Rumsley and Andrew as well in the chat. They would have absolutely loved it. Anyway, the thing we're gonna do right now is move into the winners match, I would believe, as they do normally as well. We're gonna go Sly Crab versus Exo Striker. And those two will see who will be the first player to advance. We're gonna have a PvP series. Afterwards we will have the TVT. And then we'll have another PvT. My chair just rolled off a little bit of an edge there. Alright, anyway. Crab already won. Wow. Exo Striker not feeling very confident here. There you go. Miguel's just agreeing with him. He's like, yep. And Crab's like, what? What are you talking about? What's up, Muppet? How you doing, buddy? Minute delay. Can't call you out immediately. Sorry, buddy. I tried, though. I tried. I guess I'm 60 seconds late. Oh. Look at that. Both of them talking the Russian. I guess it's Russian. You're just joking? Alright, Rumsley. Well, you're gonna have a long time of me complaining about my mods. In your honor. Alright. I think they're vetoing in Russian now. Maybe. I don't know if they are, but it looks like it. Well, I just moved off camera. Professional stream. We love the cast. Thanks, Muppet. Ah, you're always there for me. I'm doing alright. Doing alright. A little bit worried because I still have an energy bill I need to pay. And I didn't know I had to. I tried to do it mid-match, but it wasn't easy, so I need to figure it out after this. So I hope my my electricity holds up as we continue on. If my stream cuts out, well, we know what happened there. It's gonna be a good one. But anyway, other than that, just chilling. Had some work today, and just looking forward to some StarCraft 2, man. Looking forward to these. This is actually a tournament. I don't know if you know, but this is like a tournament for players that are 15 years or younger, right? So they're 15 years or younger, and these players are StarCraft 2 players. They're absolutely top-notch still for their age. It's absolutely insanity, and it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good show to see them progress later on in the tournaments as well, or later on in life, I suppose. Later tournaments that they will join later on. I don't know. One of those sentences kind of made sense if you put it all together. Anyway. Yeah. What the fuck? Alright, alright. Yeah. We're just waiting. Ephemeron will be the choice map. the Pigs map. First of all, going in for that one. It's a lovely map. I still remember the day that it got released. I'm sure that these kids were even younger than they are right now when this map got released, but they're still pretty young, which is why they're in this tournament. Anyway. You're 11, you can join. Alright, alright. All you gotta do is learn StarCraft 2, man. I'm sure you're able. It's a difficult game, though. It's a game that's gonna make you rage. It's gonna make you angry a couple of times. But if you hold on and keep going, it's gonna reward you in the best way possible. Anyway, here we go. Game number 1 between these two Protoss players. The race I have played least in my life, so get ready for that one. Strap in and hold on tight. I hope it's gonna be okay. Whoa, Cuckoo, you can tell me now. How do I pronounce your name exactly? Is it actually Cuckoo? Or is it like Susu? Or something like that? You need to tell me. And I'm not sure how you're gonna tell me, because all you have to talk to me is, well, more letters, honestly. So it's gonna be difficult, but just say the first thing I said or the second thing I said. I hope I remember which one I said first. Anyway, in the top left side, we have the yellow Protoss player. He is Exo Striker. Good games there, Cuckoo. Well done, by the way. In the bottom right, we have the red Protoss player. He is known as Sly Crab. There he is. Here he is indeed. Alright. The winner's match. Whoever wins this game will be moving on here. And so far around, we're not seeing anything completely weird. I guess the weirdest thing we're seeing so far is like Grab putting all his buildings on his main mineral line instead of at the ramp. Maybe leaving a little bit of an opening here for those adepts to run through. But you know what? He's doing it the other way around. He's putting everything blocked off here. So maybe he's going to make a wall over here. Which, in fact, would give him a little bit of extra time, potentially, to get a probe over here and wall it off completely. But, of course, he does need quite a lot more buildings to make a full wall off now. Alright. Gotta keep my eye out on the chat. Maybe Cuckoo is gonna tell me which way the pronunciation goes. I should have done my homework, buddy. I apologize. I was a busy boy. I was a busy little boy at work. Answering calls, doing, you know, things that customers needed me to do. Like, you know, make appointments and being on my phone here and there. Sometimes don't tell my boss, please. No, they know. They know. Whenever I don't have anything to do, I just read the Reddits, you know. I don't want to, you know, don't want to toot my own horn here, but it's absolutely lovely. Anyway. Don't grow up, guys. Don't grow up. Just stay young. Anyway, we have 3 Stokes versus 2. Of course, the 3 Stokes will win that one, unless if something extraordinary happens here. It doesn't look like it will, though. So Extra Striker just moving backwards. Makes sense. The smart decision, really. Hallucinated Phoenix is going to be able to scout out their robotics facility, which kind of was put down in a way that he may have even seen the hallucination there. But I'm not sure if Sly Crab actually pressed on that building. Look at that. He's moving back now, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's now clicking on it. So he's definitely aware that there is a robotics facility being created, and that's going to be the tech choice. And so far, well, I mean, Sly Crab having gone for the blink instead, making a lot of Stalkers here. Getting ready to pounce on his opponent. Exo Striker, of course, did say that Sly Crab had already won, so he's not really feeling confident about this one. But overall, I mean, Immortals, pretty good against Blink Stalkers. Pretty solid choice. There we go. Yep, that's the stuff. Right, yeah. Why is there 2 cuckoos in chat? What's this about? What happens here? Do you have a twin brother, Cuckoo? Is this, Anyway. There's a lot of stocks here, bouncing right on top of the front door. There's no Immortal yet, but one shield battery helping out the defense here for Exo Striker. Should be able to hold on until that Immortal arrives, at least. And he should still be okay. There's, you know what, there's still quite a lot of stalkers, but ooh, already one going down. Blink isn't ready yet, guys, so maybe a little bit too early to be moving in here. 13 seconds, we're about to see it be completed, but I mean, with that Immortal there now, it's going to be very dangerous. The second Immortal also going to be created very shortly here. More stalkers are being warped in. Sly Crab, it feels like he's really trying to find some sort of damage. Well, that is awkward. Alright, jumping right on top of that Immortal, immediately being taken out. And that might be a GG. Exo Striker having a little bit of trouble here. Pew pew, pew pew pew. Alright, he lost vision of the high ground, so the sentries, theoretically, should kill all the stalkers as long as they don't go up the high ground. But, you know what? Smart move backwards from Crab here. It looks like Crab in an absolutely dominating position, jumping right on top of another Immortal. And that's it. GG being called. First game going to Sly Crab as Exo Striker. Kind of predicted there. Very well played indeed. Right, I'm gonna have to let this guy down for a moment here. Unless if they can hold off. Can it hold off for another 1 to 2 hours? Should put myself on unavailable or busy. There we go. I don't know if anyone read that message, but oh well. Anyway. Alright. The second game between these two GM Protoss players that are of incredibly young age. I didn't expect those Blink Stogs to be that effective against the Immortals, but it feels like, I might be wrong here, but it feels like Sly Crab did stop producing probes there for a little bit. And kind of maybe got his opponent confused as to what he was doing with that expansion. And manages to sneak away the victory there. Okay, in the top right side of the map we have a yellow Protoss. Looking for a victory. As I put my phone on the charger because it's desperately needed. Alright, there we go. What a game. What a caster. Who is this guy? Anyway, in the top right we have Exo Striker. Look at him. Look at him. Make him feel watched as we see his base producing probes. In the bottom left side we have a red Protoss player. Having a good time so far. 0 losses yet for this guy. He is Sly Crab, the red Protoss. There's Creed. What's up, Creed? There's a minute delay, so I don't know if you're gonna stick around for 1 minute. Watching this instead of your clan war, eh? That's dedication. Thank you very much, buddy. Alright, so yeah, again, both these Protoss players just doing their thing, going around, making stuff happen. Doing Protoss things, really, mostly. It's a lot of gas being mined here for Sly Crab in comparison to Exo Striker. Just like a little bit of a mistake having 3 on one guy and 0 on the other one. Of course, it's a little bit more efficient to have, 2 on each. Or even 1 and then 2 in the other. Slightly little bit more efficient. The tiniest of little bits though. So as you can see, every time a probe gets here, it's just not moving there for a slight moment. As probably most of you in chat already know anyway. Just saying it for myself, you know. I'm saying all these things that I've learned about StarCraft to see whether people disagree with me, so maybe I'll learn whenever I'm wrong with things. That's what I'm really doing. So this is a, it's not an Artosis pylon, actually. Although it kind of is as well, but it's a hidden one. So it's a proxy Artosis pylon, making a robotics facility. And a gateway. So yeah, Exo Striker going to be the one that ramps up the aggression this time. Sly Crab is going to go for the expansion. It's kind of interesting how Sly Crab was the one that was mining the most gas, and then Exo Striker is going to be the one that ramps up the aggression here. Kind of was expecting it the other way around. But hey, there you go. 2 adepts coming in. There's more than enough stocks to really remedy with this the situation. Isn't going to lose anything here. Does have a sentry here too, so might be able to force field them off if they do commit that with the shade. But yeah, overall nice stuff so far from Sly Crab. Sly Crab with the hallucinated Phoenix, realizing that there's no expansion, realizing that there's certain stuff missing here for Exo Striker, cancelling his Nexus and looking for the well, what is going on here? Let's see what his response is. He put down 2 more gateways immediately. Started up his blink as well. Now he's playing 2 gates versus pretty much what has been 3 gates. Well, just right now. And robotics facility there as well, of course. So overall, production-wise, Exo Striker definitely having the upper hand. Sly Crab needs to make something happen here with that sentry. Making use of that ramp area. Needs to get a couple of picks to keep his base alive here against the superior forces of Exo Striker. Where is the sentry anyway? Oh, there he is. So yeah, would love to see the sentry a little bit closer to the ramp here. Please start moving that sentry. Oh boy, alright. Needs to buy as much time as he can. There is the sentry. Is he going to be able to get rid of some of these units? Oh, I mean, it hits. The Warp Prism does help out quite a bit though. Keeping that Immortal alive. Nice moving backwards there by Sly Crab. There we see a lot of the Protoss units from Exo not really being able to do much, but overall still trading out more favorably here, I have to say. A lot of his units are still alive. There's no shield batteries, anything. Oh, that's a big depowerment. 2 gateway worth of production. Now not going to be able to do anything here, as Sly Crab is forced to reboot up those gateways. That means Exo Striker, he's just going to be able to do another warp in and have 4 units warp in instead of just a singular warp in of Sly Crab. This sentry needs to work overtime. There we go. Needs to keep this army out of here. Sly Crab somehow managed to get the Warp Prism. That would be very big too. Needs to be careful. Oh, this could be another great maneuver from Exo Striker. Blink is done now. So that is definitely going to be quite a nice way for him to maybe potentially snipe some of the more valuable units here from Exo Striker. The Warp Prism is sieged up. Nice jump right on top of it. All the probes are being pulled as well. Sly Crab needs to make his move right here, right now. Can he do it? The Immortal being targeted down. There's a lot of probes on the job. Shooting down the Stalkers. Oh my god, it's so close. Only 5 workers have gone down, and it looks like Sly Crab holds. Somehow, some way. With only a 3 worker gap here. Not too shabby. That being said, there is a second, well, another Immortal coming in. I think that's the 3rd Immortal in total, right? 2 of them died. Yes, it is. I have still managed to learn to count at elementary school. So yeah, beautifully blinking right on top of that, getting those 2 adepts from, well, avoiding those 2 adepts from warping in, very crucial. And Sly Crab, you know what, somehow, some way still managing to stay in here, jumping on top of another Immortal here, very, very aggressive actually. And losing 2 Stalkers for the price of 1 Immortal. I mean, that's a pretty good trade, but it feels like he cannot make too many of those because, well, I mean, Exo Striker just has a little bit of better production, especially with the robotics facility there as well. Alright, doesn't have the sentry there either now to help out at the ramp area. Exo Striker completely committed here. Nice blink away before taking damage there. Exo Striker doesn't have any immortals here, so not really a massive advantage, but still a nice, well, Stalker lead here. Great, actually. Pick up Micro. Look at that. Not taking any damage from those Stalkers. And the Stalkers realizing they need to start taking down the Warp Prison, but it's a little bit too little, too late. As the Warp Prison now warping in more units here for Exo Striker. It looks like Sly Crab may have misjudged that situation and just barely gets killed in this situation. The probes are being pulled one less time, but that's not going to be enough. There's more Stalkers than probes. It's going to be GG. Well done indeed there by Exo Strikers. Tying up the series here. Maybe a little bit in a cheeky way, but you know what? Sly Crab did it in a sly way there beforehand. So I guess we can forgive Exo Striker for doing a little bit of a proxy there. Unfortunately for Sly Crab, not figuring out what was happening there in time, not managing to build up any defensive structures such as a shield battery, that's the word, or a cannon sider. A little bit unfortunate, but yeah, there we go, GG. And well, that's the first loss there for Sly Crab. Can he now maintain his momentum though, or will Exo Striker manage to squeeze out another cheeky win there in the end? A very aggressive play. But you know what? They're just being nice. They know people don't really enjoy, statistically, not a lot of people enjoy the PvP matchup. So maybe they're just being nice for the stream here. Or maybe they're just scared of each other. They don't want to fight the other guy in the macro game because they know how good the other one is. And they feel like they would lose. Which, you know what? Being very respectful to their opponents in that sense. I just call it that. I feel like that's a good way to assess that situation mentally in my own head. Even though it might not be completely true. Anyway. I don't know. It could be true. Alright, anyway. In the top left side we have a yellow Protoss player. He is Exo Striker. And the bottom right, the red Protoss player is a Sly Crab. A Sly Crab. Alright. Another game. Another PvP. It's the final one for today though, guys. One of these players will be moving on in the tournament here. Will advance. One of them will have to face off against whoever wins the loser match. So will be put on a last life here. After this, of course, we will still have a TVT. And then we will still have the TVP as well. Exo Striker making sure he isn't getting cannon rushed here. The Sly Crab truly favoring the setup of his buildings near his own main base. Now, I'm not sure if it works out as well as on this map as it does on some of the other maps. Since the walk distance for the adapts is still quite manageable from here to here. It doesn't feel like, you know, some other ramps would have maybe been over here in these bases, right? And then they would have to walk all the way around. But now it's kind of a choice, so no matter where you wall off, it's kind of like a 50-50, it feels like to me. Anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the reason why he's doing this. Cybernetics core. What's cybernetics core? Sentry Stalker, and for Exo Striker, Adept. So Exo Striker going for the offensive, Sly Crab going for the defensive, playing it safe, wants to use the Sentry for scouting purposes, Stalker for defensive purposes. Alright, Exo Striker going for it again. A cheeky little bugger that he is. And I'm not sure if Sly Crab is, you know what, is fully aware of the situation here. Once again, it looks like he's saving up the money to go for the Nexus here. That might bite him in the behind later on in this series. Cuckoo! What's up? What's happening? Alright, okay. That's nice to know. It's a while ago. You must be watching with quite a delay, actually. That's crazy, man. Anyway. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for letting me know. Alright. Pylon. Twilight Council. 2 more gateways. It looks like Sly Crab did smell something fishy here. He is aware that there is no Nexus being created for Exo Striker. Exo Striker getting all his units together. Sly Crab once again going for the Twilight Council in against this Immortal strategy. Definitely wants to stick with this technology tree. Feels like it must be superior. And going for a couple of adepts as well as a enemy warp in here. Or a proxy warp in. Little cheeky warp in with those adepts. As the army for Exo Strikers getting ready to start marching into the main base of Exo. I mean, it's fully walled off though. Still, might force a couple of warp-ins here for Exo Striker on the opposite side of the map where he doesn't really want them to be. Ooh, this warp prism did get scouted. Alright. And there we have the forced warp-in of 2 adepts taking place. Killing off the first pylon here. And nice force fields. Killing off a first Stalker. The adepts for Sly Crab still going strong at that pylon. Might be able to get it actually. Great micro here, moving back and forth, not allowing the adepts from Exo Strike to really hit him. And yeah, does manage to get that kill as well, tying up the overall pylon death count here. But I guess this is the real battle that we need to keep an eye out on. And this is getting scary. Those Stalkers, they are quite plentiful, but 2 Immortals there. Very, very terrifying. Oh, the Sentry gets picked off. The Warp Prism gets picked off. All the Stalkers immediately on top of those Immortals, trying to get rid of them. Jumping on top of it. The Zealots were a nice touch. They knew these Stalkers were going to be trying to do this. It looks like, you know, it's Sly Crab once again managing to hold on here. Just having a superior Stalker count and just jumping right on top. Target firing down the Immortals. Getting ready for this one. Nice recall. This time around definitely feels a lot more favorable for Sly Crab. And didn't fall for the same trick twice in a row. Robotics Bay did get created, so we might be seeing a couple of Disruptors being created after this. Disruptors, though, not the greatest tool against the Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers very capable of just jumping right out of those Disruptor shots. But, yeah, all the Stalkers very much split so from Sly Crab. Let's see if he manages to hold all his horses. Keep every Stalker up and alive here. Oh, wow, he's forcing Exo Striker back towards his own base. Picking off units as they are straggling towards the army of Sly Crab. And Sly Crab laying an ambush right on top of that ram. Jumping on another Immortal. Killing off the sentries. Killing off absolutely everything here. And saving every low HP target. Yep, nothing is escaping here. Exo Striker, GG's out of there. And that means that we have Sly Crab being the victor, moving on in the tournament. And Exo Striker being bumped down into the final match, where he will be waiting for the winner of the next game right here. We will be waiting on. Which, of course, will be Fireplay versus Cuckoo. Miguel is trying to get Sly Crab for a short interview. He's not really good at English though, which might be trouble. Alright, yeah. I think he's skipping this one. We don't have a Russian translator in the house, so that makes sense. I could try to find someone, but it's fine, it's fine. Let's just let him go. Come on. Come on, Miguel. It's fine, dude. Not even sure on which stream he wanted to get him interviewed. Either it would be on the French stream, or it would be on the English stream right here. We're jumping into the loser match. Here we go. Fireplay and Cuckoo. Ready for the loser match. Whoever loses this one will be the first one to get knocked out. Oh, he can do an interview. Am I getting invited for this? Am I supposed to do the interview? I need people. People ask me, well, tell me what questions we need to ask here. Tell me what we need to ask here, people. Quickly. How long have you been playing StarCraft? I suppose that would be kind of an obvious one. Kind of a boring one too. How did you get Gosu? Something like that. Maybe we can ask him if he knows about Hydra. Hello.
Hello guys.
Hello.
Hello Slack Pro. Okay, let's. How are you?
So, I'm okay, but it's really hard.
Yeah, of course. Well, if you don't understand, don't worry. How old are you?
What?
How old are you? What's your age?
What's your age? It's like
14.
14.
14.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Great, amazing. How do you feel about winning Exo Striker? Because he's a really strong player. Did you expect to beat him?
We play with Exo Striker in ladder in customs. I know what he play.
Okay, I see. So you used to play a lot with him, so you know his playstyle, and I guess you especially know this cheese, which he does a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Cousin, do you have?
But I hate a lot. I love being stalker. I don't play a lot.
Yeah, we saw that. I mean, you played a lot with Blink Stalkers, even against Terran before, and there in like the 3 games. That was pretty nice. Cousin, do you have any question?
Yeah. When did you start playing StarCraft? And what are your like? Where do you want to go with StarCraft?
I start play in StarCraft where I 5 old.
5.
5 years old! Oh my god, that's impressive, mate.
I play because my father play in StarCraft, but we don't play this Battle.net. We play only in the campaign.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And when
I use only in HOTS.
Okay. And when exactly did you start playing ladder? You know, competitively.
In ladder, I started played only in lot. In random, in Protoss, I started to play only 2-3 years ago.
Okay,
bad.
that's yes, not bad, not bad indeed. Well, that's pretty nice actually.
So where do you want to go with StarCraft 2? Like, what are your goals to achieve?
I want to first in my region. First in
Oh, in the yeah, makes sense. That's a good one. That's a good start. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. Quartis, maybe? Any question?
No, it's fine. I don't have any ideas.
Okay. Well, let's not bother you more. Congrats for your win. Would you like to see maybe qualifying? I mean, what's your favorite matchups? Who do you want to confront maybe on semi-finals? A Protoss, Zerg, a Terran. What's your best matchup?
My best matchup is PvP. I
Okay.
really like PvP. I hate the lot, and I hate PvP. But PvP Mastalker is really cool. In
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mastalker,
we saw that you play really well with Stalkers.
the lot, the Stalkers can kill the lot, Archon, Immortal, because really like.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for the interview, and really congrats for your qualification. Can't wait to see you play on Sunday. We will see you there. And really thanks for the interview. I understand it's a bit hard for you, but thanks a lot. Congrats for your wins, and well, see you Sunday.
Bye, Sly Crab.
Congrats.
Well played. GG's.
Then
Bye.
Bye bye.
bye.
That's some great stuff. That's some great stuff. Lovely stuff hearing from him. And pretty ambitious too. Wanting to be the best in his region. I mean, that's no small feat. There's some good players over there that he has to compete with. It's going to be a rough one, I have to say. I need to fix this hole in my floor. Anyway, I don't know if people are noticing it. Anyway, I think they did do the veto. And they might be doing it right now. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna play the video, and then as the video is playing, you know what? Just enjoy the video. Go and watch the video. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, one more thing. As the video is playing, if you don't want to watch the video, there's the Matcherino page. I ended it too quickly. I'm sorry. I spoiled it. I ruined the video. I hope that's okay with you guys. Anyway. Simulacrum did get vetoed. Will of Sleeper got vetoed as well. Not gonna be seeing those. Not a lot of people enjoying Simulacrum. It might be the name. I have to say, it's not a good one. Sorry to whoever made that name, but it does feel a little bit weird. Anyway, we're going to be watching a TVT, Sly Crab versus Fireplay. Whoever wins this one will be moving on and trying to fight off against Exo Striker, which will be waiting. And we already saw him being quite dominant, of course, versus Fireplay. Might be a little bit rough for him mentally. Of course, when you're a little bit new to these tournament settings, it can be quite a hurdle, actually, to, you know, especially on that age, maybe, to really get yourself into the right mentality to take a game after going 2-0 against an opponent there and already losing to him in games that may have not felt like they were winnable in from your own perspective, right? Of course, we had the overall division, and we kind of saw opportunities here and there, right, for him to get a little bit more damage done, maybe get an edge here and there, but it was just a little bit unfortunate. Anyway, that's something I worry about a little bit here, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Cuckoo, of course, didn't really get a chance yet to play against him, so we're gonna have to wait and see. That's just what it comes down to. That's all we can say. So first map will be, drumroll please, Eternal. Will it be Eternal? Or Eternal will be first. People are loving Eternal Empire. Holy moly. This is the 3rd time we're playing it. Crazy. There's 7 maps in the map pool. We've played this one 3 times. I guess we did do 6. No, wait, that was 4 games, and then we did 3, so that is 7. 3 out of 7 times. No, I guess this is going to be 8. So it's going to be 3 out of 8 times we played on Eternal Empire. I don't know. It seems like a popular map. Maybe the most favorite map of these younger players. It could be. Am I just making up rumors just to fill up time? It could be. It very well could be. First is going to be Triton. Okay, never mind. But we might still see Eternal Empire though. It might be the 2nd map. So that would be 3 out of 9 times. It's still 1 in 3, right? It's still quite a lot. Let's go, little dudes. Exciting to see young talent showcased. The mental aspects of controlling nerves might be more important than skill with their inexperience on the tournament scene. Thanks for the interesting showcase format. Yeah, man, you have to go and thank Miguel really as well if you want to. I don't know if you know French, but he's on the French stream right now. I can link it as well. So yeah, if you want to shoot him a message, he's the organizer and the brains behind this tournament. Also, a way to thank him really is at the Matcherino page. I'm linking that one right now. There it is, with the code as well. So if you want to give a little bit of free money to these players, that is the place to be. Let me see if I can find their stream actually. He didn't really link it to me. Maybe he put it over here somewhere. Boop, 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 boop. I'm pretty sure it's on the Team Liquid as well. I could probably get it from there. I can get it from there. Actually, it's not anymore, is it? Is it? It might be. It might be. It's not there. It's not there. It's just me. Alright, that makes sense. Trying to find it. I'm trying. Oh god, I just. Okay, well. I might not be in time. I'm trying really hard. Quickie. Nope. This doesn't sound good. Yeah, alright. Well, I failed. Alright, you're gonna have to do it on your own. Good luck. Couldn't find a link in time. We're going into the game. Going into the game instead. I guess it was a little bit quick with this one. It doesn't matter. Anyway. So, this is the loser match, guys. Whoever wins this one will still have a chance to continue onwards in this tournament. Will it be Cuckoo or will it be Fireplay? 2 young players, 2 players below the age of 15 or maybe on the age of 15. So, I guess below the age of 16 is the idea. The new branch of StarCraft 2, potential professionals that is in the making here. Very nice chance for them to maybe get a little bit of starting experience with these online cups. I'm sure they do have played, they might have played quite a couple of those team games and stuff like that, right? But this time they're standing for it all alone. They're just showcasing their own skill and they're showcasing what they're made of, their metal, truly. In the top left side, we have the red Terran player. He is a Cuckoo. In the bottom right, we have his opponent. He is the blue Terran. He is a Fireplay. Let's see if either of these players go for the double gas or if one of them is brave and goes for the single gas and trying to do an expand. No, instead they are both going for the, well, I don't want to say cowardly, but it's just a safe expand play later on. Playing it safe. You know, it could be a one-base thing as well, but so far I'm not seeing anything being proxied, so I think we're okay. Both of them just definitely playing it as safe as they can. Don't want to die to some early game shenanigans. And it's always good to see, of course. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. That's a nice little bit of manners as well. Great stuff. Great stuff. There's the factory and a supply depot ready to wall off that little Reaper edge. Cuckoo did leave it open over here. A little bit interesting, but of course he does have his main ramp a little bit earlier closed off against any type of Hellion aggression. Which is not uncommon in a TVT matchup, I have to say. Now here's a big difference, right? Cuckoo going for the reactor and Fireplay going for the singular barracks, just pumping out the Reapers. It's a little bit more of a money sink for Cuckoo, trying to get those out a little bit earlier. Fireplay won't be able to be aggressive. He does try to be aggressive now with just the singular Reaper and the Hellion, and he doesn't move backwards in time. He's definitely going to get punished for that one. The upside for him, though, of course, is that he does have his command center a little bit quicker. Another big thing is, of course, that the starports, as we were seeing it being put down here, being proxied on the bottom left. Fireplay doesn't even have his one started yet. Instead, going for that third base, of course, as we mentioned earlier. It is quite the investment, but I mean, if you manage to stay alive, keep that up and rolling, he's going to be in a great position here to take the first game. Alright, doesn't want to go help this ramp, of course. Quite a dangerous situation, and a nice maneuver from Cuckoo, getting on top of those sources and making it very difficult for these units from Fireplay to stay alive. Only one Hellion remaining here. Now he doesn't have that much on top of this ramp to really protect his main base anymore, especially because he has been making add-ons in the meantime. So really, this is all he has right now against 2 Reapers and 2 Hellion. Oh, well, actually 4 Reapers. Oh, this could be bad. This could be quite bad indeed. That Cyclone needs to get his, well, whatever he wants over here. But, oh my god, so much instantly dying. This could end very quickly. GG is called. Very, very unfortunate there for Mr. Fireplay. I say Mr. Fireplay. I don't know why I would. I guess he's a little bit young to be called Mr. But then again, he might be like one of those push kids. Then, you know what, I guess it's fine. It would be fine. You know what, let's just call him Mr. Fireplay. Give him his day in the sun too. So yeah, first game going very quickly here to Mr. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. You know what, it was just a safe play. It was a little bit unfortunate for Fireplay going up that ramp, of course. As we said before, if he is going to be aggressive and he moves into those forces of Cuckoo, he's going to get punished quite heavily, and that is what we saw happening there. Even the starport, right, it wasn't even necessary, the medevac, just having the more Reapers and the more Hellions there, very quick snowball, and yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Fireplay. Of course, he wanted to figure out if there was a expansion. You threw $5 in the prize pool, Giga, man. Oh my god, you are a beast, aren't you? Thank you so much, dude. I won't be seeing it, of course, but these players will, which is nice, you know? Feeding the actual grassroots of esports here is Gigamain. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it still, even though I don't get any from it. Still nice. I still think it's very nice of you. Anyway. 2 thumbs up. Here we go. Game number 2 between these 2 players. Yeah, right here. This is the wrong person I just gave a point to. There we go. Alright, in the top right, we have the red Terran player. 1 game behind right now. A little bit unfortunate maneuvering there. Up on top of a ramp that wasn't really safe to go on top of. He is a Fireplay. In the bottom left side, we have the blue Terran. He is Cuckoo. And of course, we have to remember that it is... it definitely showcases, like the previous map, how quickly something in StarCraft 2 can go wrong, right? And how quickly something can just turn upside down and make you just belly flop flat on top of the water and just get absolutely demolished. It can happen very quickly. This time around, Fireplay opting to go for the double Rax Reaper. It's an expand build, but it's a little bit safer, of course, than just going for the singular barracks here. He will actually have some Reapers to start doing stuff with. Just needs to be careful, of course, of those ledges and of those ramps. So Cuckoo, he did, I believe... Oh, no, he didn't actually see the second Rex. He saw that there's no second gas, though. So maybe he's going to try to look for a barracks, maybe somewhere else on the map. Looks like that's exactly what he's planning to do. Actually, no, he's just going to keep this SCV around in this location. Maybe try to figure out if there's going to be an expand later on. Actually, Cuckoo only went for the single barracks, right? I haven't been paying attention really to Cuckoo's base, but yeah, only a single barracks and getting that command center a lot quicker. So Cuckoo in a little bit of a more, well, a better position economically speaking. As long as he keeps alive against these Reapers, of course, he's going to be A-okay. Now, it would be absolutely lovely for Cuckoo if he does manage to figure out whether or not there is a second base and when it is actually being started. So that's exactly what he's doing right now with this SCV. Oh, it's going to be close though, that Reaper. Nicely remembering the timings here. Oh, he thought he almost had that one Reaper there. Trying to get his SCV involved as well to make sure that he would get that initial Reaper kill. But a second Reaper, unbeknown to Cuckoo, showed up and manages to take that victory here. And now Cuckoo maybe in a little bit of trouble with two Reapers coming down, knocking on his door right now. That command center not going to get finished off. That is going to get taken out, that SCV right there. No production for you, good sir. Yeah, you can lift that supply depot, but I mean, Reapers can jump up on cliffs, so that is going to, you know what, maybe be a very quick GG here once again from these two Terran players. Definitely, you can see the difficulties people have in these type of games, and it makes you appreciate the pro players as well, right? That somehow manage to kind of stay alive against most of this stuff. As you can see, it is incredibly quickly how things can just turn very ugly very quickly here. Alright, and with that maneuver, Fireplay puts himself in an absolutely lovely spot. Right here we can see 25 workers versus 13. His expansion actually gonna finish up around the same time as Cuckoo. The one thing maybe in Cuckoo's favor is that he does have that starport available, right? But in what way are you gonna make use of that starport right here? It's too far away from really getting any Banshees out. He's not really gonna be able to get well, much done with a Liberator with this amount of Marines here. So yeah, definitely a rough spot. There it is. Alright, Hellions doing a lot of work still though. Might lose a couple more SCVs than he may have bargained for. Fireplay here. Getting played with fire. Yeah, Cuckoo's doing a really good job trying to make something happen here still with those Hellions. Still forcing more SCVs to be pulled on top of the bunker. Okay, it's done now finally, so not much more should be able to get done by Cuckoo here. Getting the +1 range for those Marines absolutely crucial when it comes to fighting against those Hellions. Oh, thank you so much, Gigamane. I appreciate it. I appreciate you even more now. This is great. It's gonna help out with my financing, which these kids probably don't have yet, so... Anyway. Yeah, those Hellions still managing to do quite a bit here, actually. Keeping Fireplay in his base, but, I mean, that army form, Fireplay has steadily been increasing. As Cuckoo does have one siege tank in production, might be able to still get into a really good position and just kind of hold off against these two medevacs. It's going to come down to the control of those two medevacs and the Raven here, and then the positioning for the siege tank too. Will the siege tank be in a good position to really hold this off? Will the Raven be able to disable one of the medevacs? Actually, dropping quite far away. Alright, maneuvering here on the top side. The siege tank not in position whatsoever. I mean, this is pretty smart of Fireplay. Trying to figure out if there's a siege tank sieged up here. Didn't get shot yet, so he's gonna go in completely, oh my god, unknown to Cuckoo. Gonna lose a couple of those SCVs once again, and the siege tank's now in trouble. One going down immediately, a second one as well. An amazing push so far from Fireplay, managing to take out pretty much most of the crucial technology here for Cuckoo to hold this push. And, well, all the Marines are very low, but they aren't going to go down before they kill off a boatload of SCVs right there. 18 SCVs getting picked off. Fireplay, absolutely on fire this time around after getting that initial damage dealt on his opponent here. Third base being thrown down, getting his upgrade as well. I guess a singular upgrade. Pretty sure he could afford going for a second upgrade here as well. He is so far ahead economically that he can definitely get away with that one. Cuckoo trying to catch up in this situation, using the third command center as well, getting that one quite early on. I think that's the right call to do. You might as well try your best to take some risks here to make something happen still. As Fireplane now in a dominating position. He's just going to try to keep the aggression up and going, it appears, with those Liberators. 2 Vikings, though, already in position, ready to catch these. As long as Cuckoo just lets them stay here, he should be absolutely fine against the incoming Liberator. Already having that third orbital. It's going to be detrimental if Cuckoo still manages to get a comeback in this game. That third orbital is going to be a big deal because of it. Why this happened, but I mean, Fireplay might not let him get to that position. The Liberator coming in, the Vikings out of position a little bit here. But, ooh, still getting to, I guess, it's alright. Needs to get these SCVs back mining again as quickly as possible, though, of course. Alright, does do that in a reasonably timed fashion. Actually, perfectly timed fashion. What am I talking about? What a pro. What a pro gaming move that was. Anyway. I'm not being sarcastic either. Sometimes it sounds like I am, but in that case, I was just jealous. I was just jealous, man. Anyway, let's see what type of positioning Fireplay manages to get here. I mean, it's 61 army supply versus 19. Cuckoo's gonna need a miracle to still win this one. The siege tank is in an alright position, but the second siege tank a little bit too far away. Doesn't cover it as well as he may want it to. Third siege tank joining in as well. The SCVs getting on top of that siege tank, though. Getting a good repair of, but with all the other siege tanks now being sieged up. Having vision of that siege tank as well. It's not looking too good. Even getting that trade. G is caught by Cuckoo. A little bit unfortunate there, of course, with the initial damage of the Reapers being taken. I think it was like 9 SCVs being killed off very, very quickly. So yeah, Fireplay ties up the series. Well done. Managing to take the lead that he had and turn it into an absolute victory there. It happens. It happens. We're gonna go into game number 3 here between these two Terran players. And well, I mean, so far, it's been quite decisive in the early parts of the game, right? Maybe a little bit of build order wins, and then here and... Well, I guess it wasn't completely build order wins, right? It definitely also had to do with just the maneuvering and then getting caught out on the map, out of position, and losing too many units to your opponent is... yeah, it's definitely something that will get you killed rather quickly in TVT. But yeah, Cuckoo's staying in there for a long time. Gonna have to wait and see what happens with this next push. Or the next game, sorry. The next push. I'm sure that's gonna be a push. Right. Cuckoo's ready. Fireplay's ready. Miguel, I say press the start button. And let's go get into this this final game between these two players. Who gets the move on and try to fight off against Exo Striker? That is the question here. Is it going to be Cuckoo? Is it going to be Fireplay? Fireplay definitely made some moves there in the last game. Cuckoo, I mean, it feels kind of bad, but definitely, you know what, in that previous game that Cuckoo actually won, Fireplay kind of killing himself there in a way. Maybe you could say the same about Cuckoo afterwards. I suppose you could say that in any StarCraft 2 game, right? Because everyone that loses kind of missed the opportunity to win, and that's how they killed themselves in a way, so... Trying to make this alright. Trying not to just be mean against these players. Because they are quite young and they are very talented. And I hope to see them in the future a lot more often. When they grow up and acquire all the skills and knowledge that they need. In the top left, we have the red Terran player. He is, well, tied up right now. It is Cuckoo. His opponent. In the bottom right, it is a blue Terran player. He is Fireplay. Both of the players going for the 2-gas strategy. Looks like Fireplay went for his gas a little bit earlier here. I didn't really fully pay attention if this was in fact a gas first from Fireplay. It could have very well have been. Cuckoo going for the scout as well. Wants to make sure that that isn't going to happen again. A double barracks play all of a sudden coming out and blindsiding him with the Reapers. I guess this is why he is going to go for the double gas this time around as well. Doesn't want to die in that same fashion as he did previously. As both these players adding on their factories here. Reactor again coming out of Cuckoo. He's going with the same build that we saw game number 1. And it looks like Fireplay is going for the same build we saw game number 1 as well. So far, you know what? I'd say advantage goes to Cuckoo just because we saw how it works out that previous time. But yeah, maybe Fireplay learned his lesson and took the lesson from game number 1 to heart and isn't gonna lose his units a little bit too early on. Still a lot of room to grow, of course, for people this age.
Game.
And a pause. PNNP. Alright, Cuckoo just needing a brief little interlude there. And they are ready to go. Miguel providing us with a beautiful countdown. Perfectly timed as well. You can see that he is a professional. Alright, yeah, actually the exact same thing here happening for Cuckoo. Oh my dear lord, Fireplay. You lucky son of a gun. Managing to figure it out. Finding this starport and getting the cancel there. Of course, though, that is not the scary part of this build. The scary part is, of course, those 2 Reaper productions happening at home. As soon as this snowballs into a big ball of Reapers that Fireplay might not be ready for. The advantage definitely will go to Cuckoo, of course. We might be seeing a very quick game once again. But you know what, as long as Fireplay stays defensively here, if he manages to kind of hold off on this ramp, I would say as well would be a good choice here. Would love to see him be on this ramp. Not allow Cuckoo to come up there for free. That would be absolutely great. I mean, it's already, well, that's a bit of an unfortunate, but I mean, there's only one Reaper advantage here right now with the extra Hellion added on as well. A nice job by Fireplay. Actually, the nades really working out in his favor too, and a beautiful trade there. Managing to slaughter Cuckoo's army there. A short, brief moment where Cuckoo had the numbers, but then his third Hellion comes in. Great minds hitting Cuckoo's army. And, yeah, things got very dicey very quickly there. Oh my dear lord. And that is great. Cuckoo making use of this ramp as well at the same time there. As he was on the retreat. Not allowing Fireplay to take the initiative here. By using his nice positioning there. Wait, where are all the SCVs? Oh my god, they're here. Oh my god, what in the world is happening? Cuckoo, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? There's 3 Hellions here that will one-shot those SCVs. I'm not sure if this is the wisest of choices, but this is what we're seeing. A third base did get added by Fireplay. Is he going to be ready for this? Those SCVs are lined up absolutely beautifully. He's coming in. Oh my dear lord. Oh my dear lord. Is this going to work? Is this gonna work? What a Hail Mary from Cuckoo. He's just going for it. I don't think he has the numbers. All the workers from Cuckoo are dead and GG is called. Fireplay takes the game. Wow. What was that? Didn't work out. It was kind of interesting. Like, if he traded very favorably there, like, I would understand to be just like, you know what? I got more units than you. I'm just gonna bring my SCVs, so I take that advantage away as well. And then I'm just gonna kill you. Didn't really work, though. Especially with how those SCVs from Fireplay came in. They already kind of got a natural surround, right? Like, they came from two sides and then squashed all the other ones. Yeah. Extra Striker asking, how did you guys finish your game so fast? Alright, Exo Striker gets a rematch against Mr. Fireplay. Mr. Fireplay, can he make it happen this time around? Can he get the rematch in his favor? It's a final best of 3, a TVP, a rematch of game number 2 that we had today. Let's see. Let's see what will happen between these two players. As we are letting them veto, guys, remember, there's coming a beautiful tournament is coming up, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the tournament right here, right now. Take a good look at this one, guys. This is going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be amazing. Let me tell you, if you are not in the EU region, it will be absolutely lovely for you to watch as well, because it's going to be in your time zone, whether it's NA or Korean or whatever time zone you are from. It's going to be epic, trust me. Guys, go check this tournament out. It will be an absolute blast. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but there's going to be some great players and some great casters as well. And yeah, just go check it out, guys. This is the tournament. Just keep an eye out for this one. Here it comes. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's gonna be a great one. Guys, I'm looking forward to just watching those games whenever I get a chance to. Because that's going to be a great one. I promise you, dude. It's like multiple GSL finals just mixed together into a one big tournament. What else can you ask for? Scarlet is there. Special is there. Estrella and Future are there as well if you like the foreigners. But oh my god. Are you seeing that lineup though? What in the world, man? How do they get those players to play in that tournament? And why did it have to be outside of EU time zone? I'm a little bit frustrated about that one, as you might be able to read from my overall behavior. Anyway, it seems like we got things figured out map-wise, and we are moving into the lobby. Also, guys, remember, we have to match Reno. We're still waiting on the game anyway, so we might as well talk about it. If you want to help out this tournament, yeah, head on over there. Just give these players. I mean, they are the starting point of StarCraft 2, right? They have whatever we desire pretty much as well, but they definitely deserve a little bit of extra credit. You know what? I'm going to do it myself right now because I realized I haven't yet. I'm going to sign in on Twitch. And now I'm signed in. I'm going to press contribute. I'm going to paste the coupon code in there. I'm going to press contribute. And voila, I just added 50 cents to the prize pool. And it's that easy. It's that easy. I could even do a couple of retreats as well if I really enjoy my my thingamajig. But you know what? I can't really because I need to start casting. Well, I need to start paying attention to this game. I need to do introductions, guys. I am a professional after all. That is what I do. In the bottom right side of the map, we have a blue Terran player. He is Fireplay. Already one time fighting against this opponent. Losing 2-0 to him, though. Yeah. It is the yellow Protoss. He is Exo Striker. Get him. Menacingly looking upon the battlefield. The probe. Cyclops, the one-eyed probe. Guess all the probes are, in fact, Cyclops. Is this Cyclopsi? Cyclopsy? I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. Anyway, going for a quick scout here. Both of these players, in fact. Going for quite an early scout. Really respecting their opponents here. Not wanting to falter to some early game shenanigans. Let's see what will happen between the players. It's going to be the final match, guys, of the of tonight's games. Make sure to tell your friends that we're still watching these, well, players. You know what? These starting points of StarCraft 2. They've been playing for a while already, but these are the youngest, most talented players pretty much around on the scene right now. And we managed to find in the woodworks and get in here in a tournament ready to rumble against one another. And we'll finish things off with a best of 3 between these two players. Exo Striker and Fireplay. Exo Striker, I have to admit, a very, very scary opponent. Sly Crab cheering on his Protoss brother in the chat right now. What's up, Sly Crab? How are you doing? Lovely games by him, of course, already. We've seen a 14-year-old player started playing StarCraft 2 at the age of 5. Just played a lot of campaign. And now cheering on his Protoss brother that he just beaten the snot out of. Trying to get him in the mood to win another best of 3 here as well. The Reaper actually in a bit of trouble here. Gonna get taken out by the Adept. Oh my god, that was close. Just barely escaping. The Probe actually could have potentially helped out there in that situation. Maybe body blocked a slight little bit and maybe even do a little bit of damage, denying the healing here. But the Reaper does manage to get that rolling up again. Alright, with the Marine here as well. I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough. Needs to evacuate up into the high ground, but the Adept is too close to really lift up. I guess the Adept is okay with just going back into the natural base. Killing off one more SEV, potentially. The Reaper Micro has been good, but the Adept just barely escaping there with 3 HP. That's not a lot, but it's more than enough that you need. It's 2 HP above the ultimate escape. Could have stayed there for a short period of time, longer apparently. And now the Stalker Big Brother Stalker has arrived. The big bro. Robotic Bay is going to be joining in as well for Exo Strike here. A very quick one, in fact. And we'll have to wait and see. He is making the War Prism again, so it potentially could be another Disruptor drop run here. Yeah, there we go. There's the Disruptor right following up after the War Prism. That's some lovely stuff. We saw him do some really good micro with those units previously. Fireplay, though, might be on the lookout for it right now. A little bit more so than he was previously. Going for the Widowmine drop play. So let's see. And we also saw, of course, Fireplay getting absolute miraculous drops previously with those Widowmines. But Exo Striker being like bamboo, just bending with the damage that he's taken, and still managing to take the victory home quite easily. Look at that. Great awareness from Fireplay, taking out the Observer there. Blinding Exo Striker here, and gonna make this drop going a little bit more difficult. Oh my god, did he actually get War Prism speed? Yes, he did. War Prism speed with this Disruptor. Oh my god, that's a lot of dead Marines. That's an insane amount of dead Marines. Alright, in come the Widow Mines. He sees that there's 3 of them. He's pulling enough probes. 4 of them do go down, but I mean, the Medevac and the Widow Mines, all of them will manage to get themselves to a secure location here in the top. No, no, they're coming around again. Oh, that is unfortunate. All of them go down. Can you not run away in that situation? Oh my god, this is nasty. Exo Striker. Oh, in a really good position here. Losing pretty much the minimal amount of probes that you can lose in that situation. Maybe you could have lost 1 less, right? But overall, still a very good job here. As Exo Striker is trying his best to kill of Fireplay. And of course, the nerves of these players must be coming through here as well. So they are both of a young age. It's the mental game. It's going to be as important as the overall strategic stuff and the unit control. For the nerves might get them, or maybe just a little bit of getting caught off guard. Maybe getting a little bit tilted as well. It's something you do at a younger age, maybe a little bit easier than you would normally. Oh my dear lord, that is a nasty disruptor shot. Look at that. Luring the Terran army back into this situation. And Exo Striker just doing a wonderful job with his speed, War Prism, and the Disruptor here. So far he doesn't have Blink yet, so it's going to be rough to shut down his Medevac. But maybe the Medevac is getting a little bit too close here to the other units. Oh my dear lord, another great hit. And GG is called. Fireplay not feeling it anymore. Taking too much damage, and I suppose, yeah, that Protoss push that was coming around definitely could have been quite dangerous there. So very well played by Exo Striker. Exo Striker just definitely seems to be 1 step ahead of the curve here for Mr. Fireplay every step along the way. It's a little scary, honestly, I have to admit. Giga main, nice split on the workers, but whew, Protoss Pride. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was a nice split there. Unfortunately, right, he lost so many Marines in that first Disruptor shot. That was crazy. That was a crazy good one. Then afterwards, when he's luring in the Terran army as well, it's just like going into the main base with the War Prism, dropping it, and you know, Fireplay, he's like, oh, I need to get in my main base. I need to defend against this. And then just like, oh, darn, I just walked all my units into a trap. I just lost a bunch of Marauders again. And the Medevac almost getting there in time as well, trying to lift up those units, just barely missing that timing there. Yeah, it got quite close in the end, but man, Exo Striker. Knowing how to jump on the weakness of Fireplay here and taking advantage of that one. Really, really well played. And here we go. Good luck, have fun has already been called by our, well, yellow player here. But we're going to introduce the top left side here first. It's a blue Terran player. He is Fireplay. And his opponent in the bottom right, it is a yellow Protoss. He is Exo Striker. Gonna show that dragon here for a little bit. And yeah, let's see what Fireplay wants to do this time around. Is he gonna go for some sort of cheesy play? Is he gonna go for whatever macro play he decides to do? I'm not completely sure. I don't know where his mental state is at right now, especially after a game like that. That was quite gruesome. But yeah, Exo Striker just being pretty much everywhere across the map. And knowing how to dismantle the forces of Fireplay in the best way possible. Is this on purpose, this ledge being on top of supply? Actually, it seems like it got raised, isn't it? This is like a bug. It's like a visual bug. And I feel like if you put a supply depot here, this little doodad actually gets lifted up above, doesn't it? Oh no, in fact, it's over here as well. Look at that. That's a little bit weird. It's a little bit too high. Oh, sorry. I just smacked my microphone there. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway. Right, I'm never going to unsee that now. I guess that's why people don't like this map. Yeah, I feel you, Gigamane. I mean, oh my god, these guys would absolutely tear me apart. But then, to be fair, I feel like they've probably put more time into StarCraft 2 as well than I did. That's my it's the only thing that makes me feel better about myself. I just keep telling myself that. I have, you know what? I'm okay at casting. I do an okay job with that, so. I still have the home field advantage there. If they ever try to challenge me to a cast-off, I'll be ready. They don't have the heavy, deep voices yet, so it's where I will get my advantage. It's going to be a Hellion drop play coming out of full fire play. On the opposite sides, Exo Striker going for the Stargate here. A good choice indeed against something like this. Phoenixes, you know what, if he goes for the Phoenix first, that would be absolutely great for him. It would be like he's a Psychic, but he goes for the Oracle instead. I mean, the Oracle's still a good choice. It's going to be difficult for Fireplay to defend against an Oracle. But yeah, it's going to come down to who does more damage with their attack. And it could go both ways, honestly. It definitely could. Fireplay, we've already seen him managing to do quite a bit of damage against Cuckoo in the early game. We've seen him do early game damage as well against Exo Striker. Unfortunately for him, though, of course, he did take quite a bit of damage as well himself during that time period. But here we go, nice maneuvering with those Hellions. Ooh, this is going to be close. Oh my god, like 2 ships in the night. Just barely passing one another. But yeah, in come 2 Stogs and a Oracle. There's no bunker whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of an oversight from Fireplay, not going for the bunker when he's playing with the, well, with fire. And going for the Hellion play here, and that's going to cost him a lot of SCVs that are being pulled, trying to kill off these Stogs as quickly as possible. The Hellions do get inside of the probe line, but oh my god, I'm not sure. The probes are doing a pretty good job actually against these Hellions. Alright, now they're finally stacking up a little bit here, getting a good AoE damage dealt. But, I mean, there's still an Oracle just tearing apart the base. There's a second Oracle coming in as well. And Fireplay just taps on out. How does a cast-off work? Xeno asks. Well, it's the first step of a cast-off. Figuring out how it works. And I'm sure I would beat them at that as well. Anyway, Fireplay. Unfortunately for him, not feeling it that one around. We're gonna try to get a interview going, perhaps with Exo Striker. A brief one, so if you do want to hang around for that one, listen to the insights of the young people of StarCraft 2. That might be the next generation of pro gamers. Whoever gets more tips, so keep tipping. It's totally a contest. Yep, yes, it's fun. Giga mate. That's it. Yeah, that's it, man. Please let me win that battle. I would get disappointed. Exo Striker is asking if the interview could be in Russian. I don't think we have a Russian translator here anywhere nearby. Do we? Do we? Chat, is there a Russian translator in your house? Okay, we may try, but his English is a bit weak. I mean, it doesn't seem weak when he's typing, right? I mean, he's playing StarCraft 2. I'm sure he manages to do whatever he wants. Yeah. Warp block off as well. Did he warp something in as the probes are running through? That's really nice. It was great probe micro indeed. A great surround, catching a lot of those Hellions, not losing too many. And you know what, those Oracles as well, just realizing what to do with them at the same time. Yeah, that's kind of the downside going for the Oracles, of course. I need to join this call. Hello.
Hello, cousin is
cousin.
here.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, well, first, congrats for your win today in Decider match. First, can you maybe, our viewers don't know you, can you present yourself, like your age, your level in StarCraft 2, your last performance, etc.?
Okay, thank you for congratulating me. I don't know. I'm 15 years old. I'm from Russia, obviously. Brothers around 5.6 thousand MMR. Haven't won anything in my life except some show matches. So I guess it's all.
Okay. Well, my first question is, how do you feel about your win today and about your win? Yes, but in this title match, which means you lost to Slycrab, even if you looked maybe the favorite of the group. How do you feel about that?
Slackrap is in good shape right now. I know he has account like around 5.7 MMR and he has strong PvP. He even won Skillers on ladder one time in macro game. So my PvP is is weak for real. I made cheese. Ways maybe.
Really, you make cheese? We didn't notice that.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I made proxy robber even. But his build is really strong. So one time I kill him with proxy robber. Second time not. Okay, I mean maybe from the group B, we still don't know fourth player, but right now I see that Darkfire yeah, and Wannabe Bian are maybe pretty equal players, so it doesn't matter for me so much who to play against in semifinals, Darkfire or Wannabe Bian, or
Yeah,
maybe Ghosty.
I guess you want to confront Arokfire again because you confronted him on best of 7 all maps played a few times ago, and it went really well for you because you won like 6-1.
Maybe I said it doesn't matter for me so much. I think Wannabe Bian is pretty has pretty same level as Darkfire, like around 5.3, 5.4. And PvT is my best matchup, so one PBN is also fine.
Okay, well, next question. When did you start playing StarCraft 2 and when did you start laddering seriously, to get 5k6 at 14 years old, which is pretty impressive?
Oh, I firstly played StarCraft like maybe in 2013 even. I was like 6 or 7 years old. I played Wings of Liberty Company. That was really bad. Like you can watch my history in my profile, I guess, in StarCraft 2. I played at bronze or at silver for about
Wow.
maybe 2 years or even 3 years. Then I played like Overwatch, Hearthstone, some like 2 years. Come back to StarCraft 2 in 2017. Started to play pretty much and got from Platinum to Master League like in half of year, and then played already for 2 years. Got from Master League 3 to Grandmaster low, so like this. I mean,
Okay. Kozan, any question?
I guess I still want to hear, like, what are your ambitions in StarCraft 2? Like, do you want to go really far, or like,
well, I think everyone want to go really far, but I want to train a lot. I think school before maybe 10th grade is not so hard, so I may train a lot on ladder, and it's okay for me. After that, like maybe 1-2 years later, if StarCraft is gonna still be alive, I hope so. I want to try myself.
We all do. We all do, man.
Yeah. I want to try.
All right, yeah, good stuff, man. You played well today, and
Thank you.
well, yeah, that's why you managed to continue onwards in the tournament, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Last, well, except if, do you have any question, Coatis?
Yeah, I know. Still no ideas.
Okay. Well, I have a last question for you. Do you? Well, it's a two-part question. Sly Crab looked really strong today. Do you feel you will probably confront him on finals?
I have like 3 days to prepare, right? As it's on Sunday.
Mhm.
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be really busy, and all Saturday I'm gonna be at one more Russian LAN. You know, it's like
Oh,
many LANs in Russia last
that's
time.
nice.
Yeah, but I'll try to prepare for him some builds maybe, because
Okay.
he plays only one theme, only one build. I think it's not so hard to prepare for him.
Okay. Do you have a last message maybe to give to your fans or your new fans that are discovering you today?
Have I fans? If someone cheat for me, of course, thank you very much. I may be streaming sometime, so you may maybe just visit my channel if it's
Yeah,
if
it's Exo
possible.
Striker 7, right?
Yeah, Twitch TV, like the Striker Sound.
Pretty sure I saw Sly Crab cheering for you as well, so you already got that fan going for you.
Okay, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, you also have really good English, by the way. You were nervous a little bit. You said it wasn't that good, but yeah, I'm surprised, man. You guys have really good English,
Take care
I have to
again.
say.
yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I have the same at 14 years old, actually. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Exo Striker, for the interview. Congrats for your qualification. We will see you on Sunday. See you there. And we'll
Okay, thank you for organizing all of this. See you.
See
see
you
you.
later, man.
Goodbye.
GG's. Bye-bye.
Congrats.
Goodbye.
Okay. Okay. That's going to be it then for tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I definitely did. These guys are the future of StarCraft 2, and hopefully they have long ways to go. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of them in the oncoming years, as long as we keep StarCraft going, of course. But I mean, with new people like these, it definitely gives me good hope that there's still new people always coming in, and StarCraft just has a lot of room still to grow. Anyway, everyone, hope you had a good one. And yeah, thank you for Miguel for organizing all of this, allowing me to cast as well. Very much appreciated. And Gigamane as well. Thank you so much, dude, for all the support you've been giving us. It is incredibly much appreciated. And everyone else in chat as well. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good one. I'll see you... Wait, well, I might be able to see you tomorrow. If you want to see Innovation versus Trap, it will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow in the morning. Actually, I should call that one out. It's going to be a great tournament, guys. Well, not tournament. It's going to be a best-of-9 show match. Innovation versus Trap. I mean, if you like TVP, we had some of it today. That's going to be like some high class. It's going to be a nice little bit of contrast maybe to see the younger players and then see the absolute top-notch professionals suddenly do a TVP series. It's going to be quite the show, I promise you that one. And so yeah, if you want to join in for that one, it's going to be in about, well, I guess 12 hours from now, around that time period, 12 and a half hours. It won't be on this channel. It will be on the Africa TV channel for Alpha X. So, yeah, find that one. We have the Twitter for Alpha X that you can join. That's over there. If you go over there, we will be sure to tweet it out. And if you want to see more of me, I'm over here. I'm sure I'll tweet something out as well, or at least retweet whatever happens over there, so you know about it if you just follow me over there. Anyway, hope you have a good one. Bye-bye. That was me. I'm done. I'm out. I'm gonna show you one time more the oncoming tournament for Christmas, because it is madness, guys. This tournament, oh my dear lord, what in the world is happening? Okay, bye-bye. I love you.